everybody, and welcome to episode 16 of May Google Be With You. We're in the home stretch of our month, and I'm really excited about today's episode because it's one of those teacher time savers. So easy, so necessary, absolutely best extensions, and that's Google Cast for Education. Basically what it is it's a free Chromecast for teachers with no hardware installation required. It's an extension that we set up on a teacher's computer that's hooked up to your projector-enabled device, and now your students can simply cast to that teacher computer as if it was a Chromecast, and you can see everything up on the board. Because we know it's difficult when kids are doing different projects and they want to present it to the class. What do? They first of all could email them all to you. We don't want that. Or you've got kids logging in and logging out and logging in and logging out. Or heaven forbid, the dongle dance of trying to hook up these devices. All of these things, I just wish it was Friday. And we don't want to do that. No. So we are going to sip our coffee. We're going to smile because with the click of a button, we have a free and easy extension that now lets anybody cast to our teacher device, and we're good to go. Now, the thing that really we have to wrap our head around is Google Cast for EDU. Only the teacher needs to install it on their device that's hooked up to whatever projector or board or whatever that you're using. Students don't actually need to have the extension to do it. They're just going to cast as you regularly would out of a Chrome browser. So today I'm going to show you how to get that extension set up as a receiver, and then I'm going to be casting to myself from my Chromebook so you can see what that looks like, just how quick and easy it is to have this rolling in your class. I should also point out that this is for Chrome browsers. Right now, Google Cast for EDU does not work with iPads. You will still have to use your installed Apple TVs for that. So for now, let's just open up our Chrome browser. I have the link for installing the Google Cast for EDU extension below this video, and we're going to get started setting it up. All right, so first off, you can see in my extreme extension addiction, I have Google Cast for Education. So it looks very similar to our Cast button. This is the one that sets up our computer as a receiver. Our Cast button is the one that's over here on the far right-hand side of our browser, just beside your lovely little sign-in picture for Google. So that's what you're going to see is your Cast button. That's what students are going to use to cast to you. You need this green Google Cast for EDU extension. Once you've installed it, it's going to ask us to set up the receiver. So I'm going to call this receiver Trisha's laptop so that I know this is what people are casting to. So it asks you a few different things, like do you want to have a presentation requested, full screen, all those lovely things. I'm going to say save. The great part is now that I have this set up as a receiver, I get to select who actually has access to be allowed to present. So a couple of things that I have the choices of. Notice here I can add people, and I can change it from request or can present. I'm going to go ahead and add someone who is allowed to simply present. So I can go in here and put in Danny. I can put that he can request. I also can put that he can present. I'm just going to say add. Now, you'll notice here that he can present, I'm the owner. But I also have all of my different Google Classrooms are automatically loaded in here for me. So I can set it up so all of my students from this Google Classroom, teacher can present, students can request. This way, you don't have kids just taking over your screen and you don't know what they're about to show. That can go horribly wrong in the universe. So what it is, a little dialogue will pop up saying, so-and-so student has requested they would like to present, and you get to click on it saying whether you'd let them present or not. So I'm going to get this all set up. I'm going to say add. Now, I could have more than one class, so you can set up as many Google Classrooms as you want. This is a really great way for kids to show off their projects and show what they're learning, and you can be doing this as long as you're in the same room. So I'm going to say close. Now this is set up as the receiver. If at any point I want to share with different groups, again, I can just hit that share button and I can change any of these different groups or features. My settings are back here again, so if I needed to change the receiver name or if I needed to change any of those things, I can. And now this is the window, this is that dialog box for when people need to be able to cast. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be logging into my Chromebook to show you what it looks like when I'm casting here to my laptop. So one little pro tip now that we're going to get ready to cast is I just want to show you the button that the students will be using. And that is simply this cast button. And when I hover over it, it says display on another screen. We use casting all the time, whether you're casting maybe YouTube or Google Play Music to like your TV at home, or just like exactly how you would use a Chromecast, we can now use this extension. One pro tip I'll give you is if you right click on the extension, do make sure that Enable Cloud Services is checked off. If you're having a little bit of issues finding your sources, this is a good way to troubleshoot that. So now on the second device, not this device, the students would be clicking their cast button and it's going to be looking for these destinations. So my students would be able to click this and they would be able to see what are they trying to be able to project to. So in this particular case, the students would be trying to cast to Trisha's laptop. So you might want to call your receiver, Mrs. Rofi's grade 5 room, whatever you want to name that receiver, that's what the students are going to see. So now I'm going to show you how we can have the students cast to this receiver by me casting off of my Chromebook. So on my Chromebook, I'm going to be selecting cast and I'm going to be selecting Trisha's laptop. All right, so I've got my Google Cast for Education open. I'm now on my Chromebook. I'm now just checking that I want my desktop. I'm going to send it to this laptop. So I'm a student who's now trying to cast right here to this receiver. All right. So Trish is selecting to share. She's found some information about some really cute sloths with her teacher. And so we're about to see a little message pop up just saying that I have requested to be able to present. All right, and we can see as soon as I clicked my little pop-up saying that I can be able to project, we're now going to see my screen come into action. So this is now my Chromebook, and I am just simply on my Chromebook, and I'm casting. I'm in control. The student is able to still scroll, show what they want to scroll, and it also carries audio. So if the student had something that they wanted to play, like a video or anything like that, they are completely in control of being able to show what they like. As a teacher, though, I still have a couple of options. Number one, I can see who the presenter is, but if any time that I want to be able to have the student stop, even without them hitting stop, I can do that. I can just hit stop, and then now I will take back over again, being able to have this display, and now I can have somebody else. You can only actually have one person casting at a time. So it's not like you'd have kids on here and they're all like booting each other off and taking over. You would just get messages saying, so-and-so wants to present, so-and-so wants to present, and you can just accept or deny, and that's fine. But only one person can be casting at once. The great thing is it's easy to stop casting. That same button that I clicked to be able to cast to my laptop is the exact same button I click, and I just click the stop button. While I'm casting, I'm going to see it light up blue. It lets me know that I'm currently sending my screen, and that's it. So easy, so easy. And absolutely no installation required. So give it a try. Just remember, only one computer has the extension. Only one computer gets set up as the receiver. The kids are simply using the cast button found right in the browser. If you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this nice, short, easy tutorial from a Google Be With You. And I'll see you next time.